Good morning. Today we're going to run through our P6-Loader. It's version 14. And we're going to go through the new features that we've just added in the tool. So if you're new to Loader, we've got other webinars that you can look at, the recordings if you want to learn more, or you could also just reach out to us and we can walk through it with you. So I'm Nicole Jardin, coming to you today actually from Montreal. I'm the founder and CEO of Emerald. Doing most of the heavy lifting today is Sue Familia. She's in Wyoming and she's an implementation specialist, and she does a lot of the Loader rollouts and assistance. So she's the expert on how to use it. And what it has inside of it, or under the hood, is Ravi from Brazil. He's the lead programmer on P6-Loader. So in P6-Loader, we've added a few features. This is our feature set of P6-Loader. So we've been working on the tool for, I don't know, actually at least 10 years, I would say. And it's not an import-export from P6. It's not the same thing. This is an add-on tool that we've put together because we want it to be able to access the data that we weren't able to easily to help our clients, like global data, for example, not very easy to access it and manage it. So that's sort of how it started. But then as time went on, we needed more and more features and our clients asked for more and more features. So as a result, we've got a really expansive toolkit here. And it's, we call it uploading and extracting. It's not importing and exporting because there's a lot of smarts inside the software tool as well. Okay, so you're going to see that partly in these examples. And in our last version, version 13, we did some awesome work with templates and really a lot of smarts on how you can use templates, run in massive lists. So that if you're interested in that sort of thing, that's a good webinar to watch as well, our version 13. So you can see in red some of the items that we added. So what we were trying to do was improve the resource assignments. Resource assignments are tricky in P6 because you're allowed to have the same resource assigned more than once. So that's quite tricky on how you access that data. So we tackled that finally. Most of our clients didn't need that, so it wasn't a big issue, but we had a few that really needed that. So we got that tackled in this version on how to do the uploading of multiple resource assignments with the same resource. Okay, so that was a big thing we did here. We had some clients who needed to see the shifts and the shifts periods. They wanted to see that information. They wanted to access it too, but we can't access it through the web services. So we can at least see it. So that we've added to the system. And the way that you actually use the data, let's say that better. The way that you actually push the data back in, we added controllers. So Sue's going to show you that. Okay, so you can control what you want done with the data. Do you want it to update? Do you want it to overwrite? Do you want it to skip it? Do you want it to clear out a cell? So she's going to go through the controllers that we've added in this version to make it even more user-friendly. And then we had already built layout utilities, but now we've actually got the functionality to do automatic backups of layouts. So this is really a nice feature. When you've got a lot of special layouts, you don't want to lose them. So this is a feature we've added to Loader. So it's much broader than just importing and exporting. It's much, much broader and much more comprehensive. It goes far, far beyond what you can do out of the box in P6. Okay, so as we talked about, so we're going to focus today on the new features we added in this version. So resource assignments. We did add some user permissions. I missed that in explaining that. So more user permissions. so that you don't have to just deploy Loader to your admin only. Action controls and the layouts. So those are the main new features. So we're going to take a deeper dive. Sue is going to show you how it works. And so I will hand over control to Sue. I didn't mention, if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat, or in the question room is even better. So let me hand it over to Sue. Coming your way, Sue.
Okay, got it. So I'm just going to share my screen here, and we're going to take a look at the tool itself. Okay, so can you see it okay?
Yeah, we can see it.
Awesome, thank you. So I guess I'll do just a little run through of P6-Loader just in general for those of you who are not familiar with the tool. It is an add-on tool. It's accessed through a URL, and it's, oh, I'm clicking the wrong things. And so you can extract information from it, being different modules that you can extract information for. So you don't have to bring out absolutely everything. You can pick and choose what you want to work with. And that is on this left-hand side. So we can touch user information, global information, roles and resources, risk, project information, and activity information. In addition, we do have some usage sheets that will allow you to analyze where your global data is being used and whether it is being used, for that matter, if it's not. And then we have some other pieces, some utilities that we can also handle. On the right-hand side here, this is the EPS and projects where they are located. So you can search for your project. You could drill down if you want to. And then when you get to the place where you actually want to go to, let's just go here. You have your projects here, and you can tell the status of those projects that you're going to work with. So for some of the new information that are the new things that we are working with, or that we've added, we have, first of all, that issue of, or not issue, something that's hard to work with, and that is duplicate resources on the same activity. So what we've done is,
Anyone else losing Sue, or is it just me?
I don't hear her as well.
Okay, sorry. Sue, your audio is cutting in and out. I'm not sure if it's, how your headset's set up or what your thoughts are, but no, we can't hear you. Uh-oh. Oh, now we lost her. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, is it?
I was having some issues with Zoho myself just now too.
Okay. I was okay getting in, so I'm not sure.
are you
Try again. Okay,
are you able to hear me then? Okay, great.
Not sure what was happening. But...
Okay, I'm not sure what was what you could hear, but essentially we have the information on the left that you can choose what you want to work with, and then on the right are the listing of your projects that you want to work with. So for our, and I think I lost my P6 as well. So I need to get in there again. Please bear with me. Okay, so I've got a project that I have multiple resources that are the same on activities here. Now, when you first, I'm having trouble here. It's not allowing me. There we go. There we go. Are you still able to hear me? I don't think you
Yeah.
are.
Yep.
Yeah, we can. We can hear you. Yeah, we'll let you know if you
Okay.
can't.
Okay. Perfect. So I've got, okay. Thank you. So I've got duplicate resources on the same activity, which when you're working with the API, which is the
Yeah, now we
bridge,
can't hear you.
so to speak,
So
in, oh no. Can you hear me now?
it's not working very well. Sue, it's not working very well.
Yeah, I'm getting a very
So something
large
must be
lag
interfering.
here. Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. But something
Can you
must
hear
be
me?
interfering. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay. So I have some duplicate resources on one activity. Now, to begin with, they do not have.
Sue, I'm not sure if you're sharing.
Goodness sakes. Try this one more time. Okay, now can you see it?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So I've got duplicate resources on the same activity. And when you first add them in P6, they are not going to have the unique ID. Now, P6-Loader, when you extract, is going to automatically assign those so that they have a unique ID and you can work with them with P6-Loader so that it can identify which resource you're actually working with. So with P6-Loader, one of the great things you can do is you can have a definition that basically sets up how you want to extract information depending on what you're doing. So I do have a definition that I have for my duplicate resource loading. So I'm just going to, I've saved it, I saved it, and I'm just going to load it in. And then I'm going to go over what I changed so that I could save it. So I'm pulling out my resource assignment sheet, and I'm just bringing out the fields that I want to work with when I am using this. So you can see I've got that unique ID there. I'm also, I've selected the project that we just looked at in P6. So now that that's all set up, I can extract that. So once I extract it and I download it, I can see that I've got this unique ID that has been assigned to each one of my resources. This makes it unique to that resource assigned to P6. Now, if I want to work with them, if I want to add one, let's say, I do have a sheet that I've already kind of mocked up here. So what I'm going to do when I load this sheet is I am going to put a unique ID in there, and it can be any ID that you want. If you wanted to change these IDs, you could do that as well. But I'm going to mark it with a 100 so that it's very obvious that we have that I've added that particular resource there. So all I need to do is upload that file. So I go and I browse to the file that I want to work with and select it and upload it. So once it's completed, it's gone out, it's changed the details in P6 in the database. So I need to refresh. Oh, not schedule. Boy, that was a habit there. I need to refresh. And once I do that, I can see that my numbers are there for my unique ID, as well as here's my addition of that duplicate resource that I added brand new in there. Now, you can change these, you can edit them, etc. Now, in hand with this, we do also have a record action column that we have implemented. And what this does is it allows you to actually put in what you anticipate to happen on that particular row there. So I already have my scaffolder and I'm changing my planned units in there. However, I've put that I want to insert it, not update it. And I also am going to insert another duplicate resource as well. If you don't have anything in there, it's going to go ahead and it's going to edit that column or that field there. I could also put, I wanted to update this column as well, but just want to show you that it's going to do that regardless of what I have in my record action field. So this allows you a little more control of how you want to, what you're expecting to happen when you load a file like that. So I'm going to go ahead and load this one as well. And we'll see what happens. So you can see it's told me that I have a task completed with warnings. That means I need to go look at this details area here. So in my details area, in my warning, it's telling me that on row 2, which is the one that I said I was going to insert rather than update, it's saying it needs to update, but I've configured it to say it's going to insert it. So it's giving me that warning. So nothing happened with that particular row. However, everything else did load. So I'm going to go back to P6 and we're going to refresh again. I can see that I did have that insertion that happened. I did have that change to my remaining units on my scaffolder. And I don't have that change on my other line where I was actually trying to change something rather than insert it. So that's kind of a handy little thing that we can do there. Now, with P6-Loader, we have enhanced how we can set up our users for P6-Loader. So as long as you have, I'm going to go into manage my users here. And as long as there is a user out there in P6, they are available on the pick list that you have to give access to. Now, to give access to a person or a user, I need to authorize them first and foremost. That gives them access to use the tool. I also have some options of what I can let them see or, see. So if I want to put all tasks, if that is not checked, all I'm going to be able to see if I go into my background here are my loads that I've done. Now, if I check mark that, if anyone else has also used the tool for loading or extracting, I will be able to see theirs their jobs as well. So if you have somebody who, sometimes this is helpful. You're seeing what other people are doing, what they're working with, and you can see, maybe they're working with something similar to what you're working with, and you might want to, coordinate with them or whatever. On the automation, this allows that user to use our automation for backups and layouts, and I'm going to take a look at that in a moment. Layouts allow them to see the layouts that we can transfer with P6-Loader. And if they are a super user, they can see absolutely everything. So it gives you some control on when you assign a user to use P6-Loader. So these are some enhancements. Before, it was an all or none type of thing. And so we've given a lot more control as to what your users can see and do out here. Now, I did talk about our layout or our backup options. So that's down here in our automate here. So if I go to my databases, and I have several databases that have been set up, I'm going to look at the demo 2020, which is what I'm working in now. We have the ability to back up our files or our projects as well as our global data. And now we've added the ability to back up layouts. So for those of you who export layouts on, to make sure that if a layout gets changed or whatever, that you still have that original layout, you no longer have to do that manually. You can actually back them up using this tool along with your projects and your global data as well. So we've added that feature in our backup utility for P6-Loader. So kind of a nice little thing in addition to backing up your projects and your global data, you can now back up those layouts as well. So the way that you would get to that is once you have a backup that has loaded or been backed up, that is run automatically, you can download that zip file. And when you download it, you're going to have, and this is going to take just a moment to download. I should have done a smaller one, I think. But nonetheless, it's going to be coming up here. So you can see that when I download that, I have the ability to do XML files for my projects. I can do P6-Loader files for my projects. I have some options there. And I have my global. This is my global information that I have backed up. And then I have my layout area here as well. So I have all those layouts that are backed up, and it will do not only the global layouts, but it will also do user layouts and back those up so that you can easily restore them. You can restore them all. You can you could restore them one at a time, however you need to do that. So kind of a nice feature in P6-Loader is that backup feature. Now, from our clients, they wanted the ability to see shifts and perhaps work with them. So we've added that to our extraction. And I'm just going to clear out my previous definition so that I have a blank slate, basically, to start with. So that is found in my roles and resources. And I can pull out my shift and my shift period. So as I extract that, what I'm going to get as a result is I am going to get the shift name. And if I wanted to, alter that name for any reason, I can do that with this sheet. Now, shift periods are informational only. So you can see what is set up already in those shifts. They're fairly easy to set up in P6, so we haven't really seen the need to actually work with the shifts themselves, the definition of those shifts. But if that's something that you might be interested, please reach out to us. But right now, it's just informational because it is pretty easy to do in P6 itself. Now, finally, what I have is we have a more intuitive value that we can use to clear out our values in our activities or our projects, our codes, our user-defined fields. So I'm just going to open up a different project here. And in this project, I have oh, well, it didn't save. So let me add back my columns that I need. And of course, let's move them around. And I'm going to put the two that I'm going to work with here. So I've got some codes. I've got a user-defined field, my comments and notes field. And on these two first activities for this one, I am going to, I want to blank those out. So if I were using the tool and if I wanted to extract those fields for you, again, what I can do is I have a definition. I want to work with those codes. I want to work with those UDFs. So I've set up an extraction that's going to extract those for me automatically. So in my activity here, another thing that you can set up so that it extracts this way every time. Again, I have my fields, which we had in the other example as well. But I also have my user-defined fields. So I can pick and choose what user-defined fields I want to extract. So I don't have to extract all of them. In our demo database, we have a very long list of user-defined fields. So I've narrowed it down just to the one I want. In my codes, I want my project codes. So I've kept this all here so I can get my project codes out as well, because that's what I want to work with. I've also selected that project that I just showed you. So I'm going to go ahead and extract that. And I'm going to download it. And I can see that I've got my my UDFs here that I wanted and my codes. Now my work order code, it comes out alphabetically. So I'm just going to move my work order to where I can see it better. And then I'm going to work with this file. So I only want to clear out my comments. So I'm going to put clear, which is more intuitive. Previously, you could use null, you could blank it out or whatever. This is just a more intuitive value, I guess, to use to clear those out. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those there. So I'm going to clear out my comments. I'm going to clear out my notes. And I am also going to insert a line. Now, when I insert this line and P6-Loader comes and reads through this file and to see what I want to do with it, it's only going to read those two rows. Say I want to keep the rest of these on here, but I don't necessarily want to change anything on them. P6-Loader is going to go read these first two rows, hit that blank line, and then it's going to stop there with its load. So, excuse me, I'm going to go and now upload the file. So I would save that. And I already have one that I've prepared to already do that. And I'm going to upload that as well. So it's going to go out and clear those values that I have in my comments and notes, as well as the first two lines of my work order. So when I refresh, I'm out and they are now gone. So this is just a pinpoint of everything that P6-Loader can do. As Nicole mentioned, you may want to take a look at some of the videos and things that we have out on our website for P6-Loader that just have quite a few. I mean, there's just a myriad of things that you can do with it. So it is a very powerful tool for working with the data that you have in P6.
Yeah, it's hard to show it all in a one session. So we do have different webinars that you can look at if you're new to P6-Loader. But yeah, it does so many things
that we need to answer before I
don't see any questions right now.
Okay.
So
all right.
Okay, well, maybe we should just close the video out here. I'll take the control back, and then we'll just show contact information if somebody is wanting to learn more. Come on. What am I doing wrong? Share material. Okay, that's what I need to do. Okay, perfect. All right, so as we said, this is just an upgrade release explaining what the new features are. So our version 14. We've got videos for our previous versions for the last little while. So if you're interested in understanding some of the other features you saw on that list, that would be the right place to go. And certainly you can reach out to Sue or Donna. If you're in closer to the Philippines, you could reach out to either Sue or Donna and find out more. And we can do specific sessions with your group. If there's specific things you're trying to solve or things that are frustrating you in P6, then take a look at that. And certainly feel free to join some of our other tools webinars. We've got lots of different tools we've built over the years to make using P6 easier. So thanks for joining us today. I think we'll close out here. Have a good day.
Thank you for attending.
Bye, everyone.